Good morning, everyone. Welcome to CS111 Mandarin for week 13. Can you all hear me properly? Yes? Okay. Great. Good morning. So this week we're going to look at little bit about file, input-output file, and then we'll move on to multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, so let's start. File handling recap. Which among the following is correct syntax of closing a file in C++? Which one, guys? D? Kenny Sony says D. Krishnil said D. Yes, it's D. Correct. So you need my file dot close and then that bracket. What is this my file here? What does that my file mean? Should it be something else like data.close or just file.close? Why did we use my file.close? It's the name, right? It depends. Whatever you declare, like you in the beginning say maybe if stream, sorry, it'll be if stream my file and then semicolon, and then you first open, right? My file dot open, and then you have your path here, something like that, and then you do whatever you want to do with your open file, and then you have to do my file dot close. It is the same thing if it will be upstream. You have to use the same name you have given. The name could be just file as well. So you'll have to put file here and you'll have to put file there. Right? So we move on to the next question. Try this one. Which stream class is used to both read and write on files? C. Fstream. Correct. So Fstream is used to both read and write on files. Let's move on to the next one. Let's try this one. Which stream class is to only read from files? Which one is for only read from files? Is it ifstream, offstream, fstream, or iostream? B. Ifstream. Everybody agree? We have one B, ifstream, another one says ifstream. Ifstream means input file stream. If you want to input file, yes, it's read. So what is iostream for? What is iostream for? iostream. iostream is for input and output stream. So when do we use this? When we want to use C in and C out, right? That is there. And fstream we've just talked about. Let's look at the next one. Which stream class is the only write file? A. Offstream. Off means output stream. So if we say output file stream, it means that we want to write to a file, right? So that makes sense. So let's see another one. Okay, now we start with multi-dimensional array. Yesterday I took this past session and most students said that we haven't covered multidimensional arrays yet. So let's try multidimensional array. The normal array syntax is like, till now you have learned, it's like you have a data type, right? And then you have array name, and then you have this square brackets where you may have to tell the size, right? Size of the array, which is constant, and then that's it. Or you can give the data type, and then you have array name, and then you just have an empty bracket, but then you initialize the members. So the number of members you initialize will automatically become the size of the array, right? So here we have two sizes because we have two square brackets. What does that mean? The first square bracket is for rows. The second square bracket is for columns. So this is how the user has actually, the person who wrote this has initialized our array called values of type double. So in reality, if you print this properly, it should be 1.2, and then there is space, and then you have 9.0 space 9.2, right? And then you have 3.2, and then you have 9.2, then you have 0.5, then you have 1.5, then you have negative 1.2, then you have 7.3, 7.9, 4.8. I hope I wrote it correct. So something like this. Something like this, right? So what is in values 2, 1? What do you think is in the column? First one is row. So row is equal to 2 and column is 1. Remember, indexes starts from 0, right? So it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Pensoni said 7.9. How about others? What do you think? Is it 7.3, 7.9, 9.2, or there is no such element and no such array element? Methane said 7.3. Okay. How about others? 7.9, Joshua. The answer is actually 7.9, I guess. Let's have a look how, right? So first, let's label the rows. Index 0 is here, index 1, index 2, index 3. And then this one is index 0, index 1, index 2. Not good with this, sorry about that. Okay, oops, what's going on? Okay, I'll just clean everything. Okay, I'm sorry, this went out of the control somehow, but okay. I don't know how to stop this. Okay, so The first row has 1.29.03.2, but that row is index 0, right? And now we need row 2. Row, when it's index 2, the row is actually 0, 1, 2, right? So we come to the row where there is 7.3, 7.9 and 4.8. And then we want column 1. At index 1, sorry, not column 1. So at index 1, we have, do we have 7.3 or 7.9? We have 7.9. 7.3 is at index 0, right? Okay, now how do I stop this thing? Right, clear. Any questions so far? Now let's try another one. Let's try this one. Given the following, which of the following statement replaces the 99 with 77? If you have any questions, do let me know. We can discuss here. So try this one and let's see what do we get. So this time, how many rows do we have and how many columns do we have? There is 3 rows, correct. And how many columns are there? 2, 3, 4, 5. Column is 5. How do we know it's 5? Why not 2 or 4 or something else? How do we know that the number of columns is 5? Because the highest number of columns is for the second row, right? Which is 5. So we take the maximum one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's try. Which of the following statement replaces the 99 with 77? So what we have to do is look for 99 in the array here, right? So 99 is actually here, right? 99 is there. So we have to figure out what is the index of 99 and then replace this with value 77. So we got one answer by Penny Sony and he said that it's A. How about others? And I forgot, you guys may need to give me your IDs for your attendance, please. And one more thing. Most of the time the arrays are written like this. Array, item. The square brackets are actually here when initializing it. After the name, not before the name. And then this may be equal to something. Okay. Thanks for the ID. Let's try. the question. Some says it's A, some says it's B. Let's try it out. So let's see. First, we make this thing, I guess. So we have 0, we have 1, we have 3, we have 4, and then we have 4, 3, 99, 0, and 7. Then we have 3 and 2. Let's have a look at this. Sorry. So here, this is our index 0, right? The row in column index 0, column index 1, column index 2, column index 3, right? And here, let me try to make it like this. Sorry. How about these ones? This is column 0. This is column 1. I mean row. This is row 0, row 1, row 2, right? Let me try pencil again. Now I'll just use text. We have 1. I don't know why I can't write anymore. Okay. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 0, 1, 2. Let's see where is 99. 99 is here, which is row 1 and column 2. So it's A, right? Is equal to 77. So it's A. This is index of row will be 1, and index for column is 2. Again, it started playing around. Okay, now to clear. And now, oh, this is the end of session. This was so short. Now, your question time, I guess. This was pretty short. So do you guys have any questions about anything discussed this week or anything else? And we can discuss now. This week our PowerPoint was quite short. The coverage was short as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, maybe regarding any topic, because final exams are coming close and you might be having your assignments as well. Okay, so there is a question, how to read string from a file? How to create array from files? Interesting question. Let's try and use now. Let's try and scribble here. So how to read string from file? you have to have a normal file opening, right? You'll have, when you read its if stream, input stream, right? Those things will be normal, and then you name your file whatever, like my file, and then or file in, something like that, and then the normal thing, right? You have to open the file, specify the path, and then you have to read strings. So to read strings, it's normal. You have my file, this thing. Remember, to read we use this, and then here you need to give variables or array to store string. For example, you're reading a file, a simple file, which has names maybe, right? Name is a string. So it has a column, only one column, let's assume for this example, and then there's a list of names, and you want to read names. So you write names here, and then there's a list of names, right? So you will have a I maybe, and then since you're reading list, you may have a loop. In a loop, depends. If you know the number of length, the size of the file, the number of rows I mean, then you can use for loop. If you don't know, then you use a while loop, right? And keep reading while it's not end of file. So you have this in a loop. You may need a counter as well. And one more important thing I missed, you just declare string names and with a size, right? It's a specific size, and you may want to define your size. So you'll have const int size is equal to whatever your size is, right? Whatever the size of the file is. You can have something like this here. And of course, we don't forget to close the file. Close the file. So how to create from files? So this is how we create arrays from files. So if you want to read maybe after names, you have, let's have a student file, right? So there's a name, and beside the name you have, what is it called? Maybe marks, student marks. So you may have mark I here, and this time mark is double, so double mark, and then you have size here, something like this. So yeah, you can read file like that. Did you try this kind of reading file? Did it work when you do this? Or is there a specific problem that you all are facing? How about if we don't know the size of the array? If you don't know the size of the array, then you can give a huge number like 100 to the array. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you initialize size as a big number like 100. What we had during our time, we specify, but I'm not sure if it's already in your file. Our first line in the text file was the size of the file, that is the number of rows in the file that needs to be read. So first we read the number on top and stored it as a size and used it. But I don't think you guys have that in your assignment. So just a huge number should be fine. Maybe 100 or 70. Any other question? You're welcome, thanks, Sony. So no other question?